All right, I'm at 1160 Monroe. Last year we cleaned this line, I did, and had some issues with the cleaning. It was very difficult to achieve. So we put in the notes the camera was recommended, and that's why we're here today. So we are outside in the garage, behind the active panel where there's a clean out. I'm going to clean the head of my camera off, and here we go. So the distance reader on the lower left hand side of your screen, we'll go ahead and zero that out now. Bear with me as I try to get around this sweep. And because it's hard to get around, I'm going to have to clean the head off. Push it forward a little bit. We'll run some water and we'll clean the head off. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and come on back and start from where we were. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. We'll go all the way back this time. But we are looking at cast iron here. It is kind of hard to see. We'll clean off the head a little bit more. But you do have the typical scaling, which is the calcium magnesium of the drain. As we progress, though, we'll start to encounter more water on the bottom, and that is a reflection of the age of the drain. It is starting to rot on that bottom side, and it is a little worrisome how deep we kind of do go, so this cast eventually will need to get replaced. As you can see here, that little channel on the bottom, that's the reflection of the age. Cleaning it won't help with that at all, and it does make it quite difficult because the blades catch on really hard there. We did locate this line 4 feet deep. It goes underneath the carport, unfortunately. I do have it located at various points that will be reflected on the pictures within the invoice summary. I will also talk to Brent tomorrow because it was a little late. I have spoke to an HOA excuse me, lady whom I did not catch her name. So we do have just cast kind of rotting away there at the bottom. That will need to get replaced. So we're turning to clay to cast, or cast to clay around 28 feet here. You do see some separation that is an offset. The roots on top, just to note, whenever there's an offset, there's a high chance you're not able to get all the roots. I'm not going to be able to get any more than that because it is cut down pretty close to the circumference of the inside diameter of the drain. So that is some separation that we got to be worried about. We immediately take a 45. This is located because this is the start of an actual belly within the clay section. We're about to see that. So I did locate that at 4 feet as well, right outside the carport, directly behind me. Get around there. So we'll start to go underwater, and then we will completely submerge for approximately 8 to 10 feet. I'm not going to be able to see anything, unfortunately. It is a section of clay that has settled. We're about to come out of the water, and then there you go. So you can see that we'll start to quickly go down because we've lost our slope there. So I did locate the beginning and the end of that belly right outside the carport, to note that as well. We'll continue on. There will be some root intrusions, minor root intrusions periodically. On their own, I would not be worried about. However, we do have a really bad separation of pipe here coming up, and we will take a look at that as we get there. We do transition to PVC here. I forgot about this section. So there's a small section of PVC for whatever reason, and it seems like it's not banded on correctly at this section, and where it's banded onto some more clay down the way. So you can see some more stuff, roots on top, separation. So that, could be troublesome in the future. I'm assuming with everything going on, probably going to want to replace this entirety of this drain. Here's the end of that PVC section. Again, we have an offset. This is actually, the lip of it could probably catch some toilet paper. So that's another thing to note. This section's in between the belly that is marked and the next section that is marked, where the separation occurs, and that we'll see that in just a second. And here we go. So here's the total separation of the drain. There's probably 2 or 3 inches in between. That is mud and or roots on the side, that right side. You're not going to be able to get those with blades. I'm actually would be very timid to run blades now because I wouldn't want to catch that and snap off cable or blades. This was the difficult spot that prompted me to suggest a camera last year. So I did locate this separation close to the manhole that is across the street next to the tree. This is 5 foot 3 inches at this spot. There was actually, when I first cameraed this before the video, there was toilet paper and stuff blocked up there a little bit, collecting water. My camera had actually pushed the toilet paper out and it kind of evacuated, it whooshed out of there. So it's already causing issues. It just hasn't caused, a total backup to the house yet. Here's some roots that's probably grown in from the last cleaning. It's not too much, and there's not separation there, but that is something to note as well. We are getting close to that tree, so it seems that checks out. You have some roots right there. Not real bad separation, but there maybe is some. There are definitely enough to get the roots in. And we're about to dump into, there's the main. I think we dump in before we hit the manhole. I do not have that confirmed as of now. So your line is about 72 feet long from the bottom of the sweep of the clean out to the sewer connection to the city, or the common tap, whatever you would like to call it. This definitely needs to get replaced, in my opinion. In total honesty, it probably needs to get, the cast needs to get replaced as well if we're already doing work. As all the way up to the separation of the drain, to just ensure that we don't have any issues down the line. If there's any other questions, review the invoice summary that will have a text version of this camera job on there. And if there's any further questions, feel free to give Garvin Sewer Service a call. My name is Caleb. Thank you very much for your time.